Hello, I'm Sophie and welcome to SimplyElectronics First Impressions. This is the new Nikon 10-24mm ultra-wide zoom for Nikon DX cameras. It replaces the outgoing Nikon 12-24mm lens and has a maximum aperture of 3.5 on the wide end to 4.5 on the long end. It uses a silent wave motor which is both quiet and relatively fast. And as it's built into the lens, that means this lens can autofocus with Nikon's entry-range digital SLRs such as the D40 and the D60. Other features include 2 ED and 3 aspherical elements, 7 rounded blades, and a minimum focus distance of just 0.24 meters. We found this very handy, and it meant you can really pull those objects from the center of the image for a nice perspective. Ergonomically, it's great and has full-time manual override in MA setting, so at any time you can just grab the focus ring, which has a light and smooth feel. It has the focus scale here. The build quality is similar to the old 12-24mm, but if anything, slightly worse, and is probably closer to Nikon's other prosumer lenses such as the 16-85. There is a pump action when you zoom in and out, so it's not the kind of lens you want to be dropping on its head. As mentioned, this is a DX lens, although we did give it a try on an FX D700 camera and found that it can be used after about 17mm. We were generally impressed with the performance, and it's at least as sharp as the 12-24mm, but with the added bonus of going all the way to 10mm. Only in extreme corners at 10mm wide open could we find any softness. Another positive is that it resists ghost quite well, and only in extreme situations could we see problematic ghosting. The negatives we found were rather heavy barrel distortion on the wide end, but that was to be expected and is common to find in ultra-wide angle lenses. The distortion is gone somewhat in the middle of the lens range and turns into slight pin cushion at the long end. Having said that, it was relatively easy to correct in post-processing. The Nikon 11-16mm is another wide-angle lens that actually has some benefits over the new Nikon, despite being at a lower price point. Namely a better build and a faster maximum aperture of 2.8, but that means added weight. Having said that, the Nikon has a more practical zoom area of 10-24mm and is slightly wider, which will be an important consideration. The Nikon does not have a built-in motor either. Therefore, owners of entry-level Nikon digital SLRs will not be able to autofocus. All in all, the Nikon is an impressive lens and is a serious contender for any Nikon DX owner looking for a wide-angle lens.